we have talked in the past, and it has continued on that dynamic. The implications for senators who voted against the gun safety measures. It has been more. It has become more pronounced as as time has gone on, and it's not going away.
It's actually rather amazing, and I will say that as somebody who has worked on this issue for a long time, and I thought I was always an optimist that people were going to understand the importance of this issue. People were going to understand that this isn't a social issue as much as, like so many other things, an economic issue of people making money off of the misery of others. That people were going to understand that the NRA couldn't care less about whatever they think your Second Amendment rights are, but really are literally about protecting the most paranoid militia elements of our society and convincing them to continually buy ever more heavy and dangerous weaponry to enrich the people they really care about, the gun manufacturers. I thought people would realize that it's the most vulnerable among us that become victims most often, whether it's children, whether it's people in poorer communities, all this stuff, these things have been fighting for. But I have to admit, even I, with my optimism that people would get this, that this needs to be a core issue, a core value of what we stand for, that we get to this point where literally in Louisiana, which has the highest gun ownership rate per capita in the country, and North Carolina, which obviously is certainly a lean red state, even if Obama won it the first time around and barely lost the second time around, Kay Hagan and Mary Landrieu have seen big bumps in their poll numbers because they supported this thing. Meanwhile, Dean Heller, Mark Begich, Kelly Ayotte, all these people have just seen their numbers plummet. Rob Portman here in Ohio, because, again, his son is gay, but his son hasn't been shot at, so he can evolve on the first issue, but not the second, because it does have to actually happen to Rob Portman for him to understand it. And I mean that, so it's amazing. Yeah, you're seeing these numbers out there, and they're real. And it seems to me like certain other issues that we talk about that are the core of defining whether you are indeed a Democrat. For example, I don't know, being for Social Security, being pro-choice, being in favor of gay marriage now is one of those issues. And I think at the very least, being in favor of background checks has gotten up there to be one of those issues.
Yeah, and part of it is because, I think part of that is because for the right, this has become another identity politics situation.